Previously, on this two-part series on counting calories to burn fat, we started by going over the basics and how every diet that allows you to lose weight requires you to consume fewer calories than you burn. We also went over how critically important it is to count calories for a week before you start your new diet to get your base calorie expenditure, so you'll know how many calories you're supposed to eat while you're on your diet. We also went over how much fat loss you should shoot for in order to lose weight quickly, but not so quickly that it hurts too much. And those numbers were 2 pounds per week if you have less than 50 pounds to lose, and 3 pounds per week if you have 50 pounds or more to lose. And finally, we went over how exercising all of the muscles in your body lets your body know that you need your muscle. And if it needs energy, it's going to have to burn fat. This basically brings us up to speed. Though, if you haven't watched part 1, I would suggest that you pause this video, open part 1, so you can get all the details that you'll need for counting calories for fat loss. Today, we're going to learn how much protein, fat, and carbohydrates you should eat based on your activity level to make it so you can burn pure fat and still have enough energy to exercise and get through your day. This and much more coming up next. Okay, let's jump right back into the deep end and learn how to design your portion of carbohydrates, fats, and proteins, also known as your caloric split, so you can achieve all your fitness goals while you diet. Let's start by going over my favorite calorie split that I found works best for me and a few of my close friends. I call it 40-20-40, where I eat 40% carbohydrates, 20% fat, and 40% protein. So let me tell you a little bit about what I do for exercise, because it will help me explain why I have a 40-20-40 calorie split and may help you choose the split that's best for you. I surf or swim 2 hours, 3 to 6 days a week, more often 6 days a week than 3, and surfing most of the time is high intensity interval training. I usually also lift weights for about 50 minutes to 1 hour, 4 to 5 days a week. COVID's helped make this more sporadic with gym closures, and when I lift at home, I don't do it for as long because I don't have that much equipment. So the majority of my exercise is from surfing and swimming. Now that you know what I do, let's go over what I'm trying to accomplish by having my 40-20-40 calorie split. So I recommend keeping your protein at 40% and just adjusting your carbs and your fats. Eating 40% protein will help you maintain your muscle and recover from any stress that you put on your body. And also, eating a rather high protein diet will help keep the hunger at bay. When you're picking your carb percent, you want to pick it based on the kind of exercise that you do. For my interval training, 40% carbs is spot on. But if you do a lot of cardio or training for a triathlon, you may want to bump it up to 50% carbohydrates. If your exercise in the afternoon is just a walk with some dumbbells, maybe you should drop that down to 30% carbohydrates. The reason that you're adjusting your carbs is so you'll have energy but not feel too hungry. I'm sure that you've eaten a big sugary meal and then are starving just a few hours later. I know it happens to me whenever I eat Chinese takeout. What is happening to your body is you eat that high carb meal, driving your blood sugar up, then your body dumps a lot of insulin into your system, causing your blood sugar to crash, and that's where that hungry feeling comes from. This is a pain when you're not dieting, but when you're dieting, this could be the breaking point that could possibly ruin your diet. Okay, now that you understand what protein and carbohydrates do for your body, let's take a look at fat. Fat is your best friend when you're dieting, especially if you're calorie counting. Fats give you a nice, sustained energy that lasts a long time after you eat. It doesn't cause that rise and fall in energy levels, and overall just smooths out the dieting experience. I have tried almost every percentage of fat that you can imagine, from as little as 10% fat and 50% carbs when I was swimming 5 miles per week to get my cardio up for a big surf trip I had planned, to 50% fat and 10% carbs when I was seeing if I could lose 4 pounds of fat in a week. Just as a reference, my base calories when not dieting is about 2,650. I have a really slow metabolism for a 6'3", 210 pound guy, but like I've said, everyone's a bit different. The 10% fat with 50% carbs while doing a bunch of cardio felt great, but the 10% carbs with 50% fat while eating 650 calories a day for 2 weeks felt horrible. I lost 8 pounds of fat in 2 weeks, but would never do it again. I felt like crap the whole time. What I found the sweet spot to be is anywhere between 50% carbs, 10% fat with 40% protein, to 30% carbs, 30% fat, and 40% protein. But if you don't know where to start with the 40-20-40. Okay, now you know everything you need to know to diet like a boss and counting calories to lose pure fat. But before I let you go, for those of you that want to know every little detail like me, let's go over a few pro tips. Pro tip number 1, timing of your meals for maximum results. This is not necessary to lose 100% fat, but it does help with recovery from your workouts, and it helps even more with you being a little bit less hungry feeling during your diet. I usually like to consume 50% of my daily carbs around my workouts. If I work out first thing in the morning, I will have those carbs as part of a meal after the workout, and if I work out in the evening, I'll usually have them before for energy for that workout. When you train your muscles, insulin receptors help to funnel all those carbs right to the muscles that need them, helping you recover and stay less sore. Pro tip number 2, taking measurements and getting on the scale. Before you start your diet, I recommend taking some measurements of the areas that you think hold the most fat and writing them down. This will allow you to track your progress, and this will help you stay motivated. I also recommend getting on the scale at least 1 time per week to track your progress, if not every day. And remember to weigh yourself first thing in the morning, after you use the restroom, but before you eat or drink anything to get the most accurate results. Pro tip number 3, readjusting your diet based on results. As you lose weight, the number of calories that is your base number will change. So if you find that your diet has stalled after you've lost, say, 10 to 20 pounds, it's probably time to get a new base calorie count, so you can set a new amount of calories to consume each day. This is easy to do since you're already counting your calories. Just add up all the calories you've eaten in the last 7 days and divide by 7. This is your new base number. And if that last week that you just did that for, you lost 1 pound instead of your goal of 2, then you just subtract an additional 500 calories from what you've been eating on a daily basis for a new daily goal. I hope that this has not been too confusing. It's a lot of information to take in if you've never counted calories before. Over the next few weeks, I'll be making a few more videos that I think will help everyone stay on track with their new diet. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. I put out a new video each and every week to help all of us stay in the best health possible. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay curious, and as always, have a beautiful day.